Good morning. Maybe we aren't having a meeting today. Suits me. Y'all pray and we'll leave if y'all want to. Get the day right. Y'all bow with me. Heavenly Father, here we are again, asking you to forgive us. Say we're sorry for being such sinners. Asking you to stand beside us, lead us and guide us. Help us do things that please you. And again, when we do wrong, thank you for your mercy. I ask these things in my Savior's name. Amen. We are certainly thrilled to have members of the Senate here, but I am more particularly thrilled that the first one on the bench is one that's not here asking for anything. Mr. Ginn.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and ladies and gentlemen of the committee. You know, one of the things that I want you to make sure you understand that not everybody in here comes in here begging for this or begging for that, but I wanted to honor our esteemed committee and especially our chairman with a little goodwill and tidings from Royston, Georgia. My wife's kitchen said and I have with me a little love offering from my colleagues in the Senate to share with my esteemed committee. One of the things that now I will tell you I come with all the preparations necessary, and all I want you to do is just to get a whiff of this. Mr. Chairman, this is one of my wife's secret chocolate chip pound cakes. And I can tell you, if you know one of those plates there, Mr. Chairman, we'll slice a piece, and I know that some of you.
Everybody got a knife.
I just want to see a little good government today. That some of my friends down here want to make sure that they.
Four.
I'm just here trying to help the committee get a good start. You know, can't think on an empty stomach. So my colleagues over here would like to ask for a little good government bill, so I want to just help the colleagues here.
What is it you put in your? What is it that you put in your phone? OMG. I don't want to hurt y'all's feelings none, but we're done for the day. Frank gets what he wants when you need something. Tomorrow.
Never know.
Sir. Yes, there is. However, Earl told me I could do anything I wanted to.
I got to take care of a few of my colleagues. 47th district. I got one. Oh, but you give it away. I always know to take care of them all. Oh yes, I want to be
You better start making your slices smaller. Make your slices smaller.
Senate, they need some help on passing some good government bills. Said they, where those forks get to?
Tyler.
Mr. Chairman, if you help take care of that. Always good to be with you, Mr. Chairman. Said they, I'm proud of the work y'all do over here.
My only question, Frank, is did you give one of these to Mr. Mullis?
I'm working on that.
I would suggest you don't give him anything. Well, Mr. Ligon, what do you want?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, we didn't plan that. That Senator Ginn just did that on his own, but we sure are grateful that he did
Y'all
that
should have
this
jumped
morning.
in and brought something.
That's right. Well, we'll do that next time. Mr. Chairman, I bring before you Senate Resolution 26. It's under the modified open rule, and it creates the joint study committee to look at the finishing up the Coastal Greenway, which is a bike trail that runs the length of the Georgia coast, connecting our historical sites, state parks, and other tourist attractions within the area. It'd be a part of a larger bike trail running from Maine to Florida.
Any questions? No questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I don't see you. Mr. Harper.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. It's great to be back with you and the members of the committee. Once again, under modified structure rule, this time it's the second one from the bottom under that section, Senate Bill 139. Make sure we keep our business practices and regulation uniform across our great state, Mr. Chairman.
Any questions of Mr. Harper? Mr. Harper, you give us a report on Mr. Roberts?
Yes, sir, I can. Since you requested, Chairman Roberts is doing fine, and they are doing a stress test this morning, but they should be releasing him this morning at some point. I hadn't heard exactly what time, but he hopes to be getting out of there about 10 o'clock. So he hopes to be back with y'all on the floor of the House today to help participate back. But he is doing well. I spent some time with him last night at the hospital. But Chairman Roberts is doing fine. He's in his jovial, joking mood as always.
Have you got any influence over the doctors and things down there that are looking after him?
A little bit, Mr. Chairman, but unfortunately, this incident took place while he was here, and so it's good that he's at a great place at Emory Hospital right up the road. So he's doing fine this morning. They're taking good care of him.
Would it be possible for you to call them and ask him to keep him another couple of days?
It will be, Mr. Chairman. We'll tell them to hold on to him if you need us to. Which we told him if they give him an enema, he might run out the door.
Well, he said something about losing some weight. I don't want him to lose all of it.
Amen, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If I need to come back, you let me know. I appreciate it, Mr.
You're
Chairman.
done. You don't have to come back.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We appreciate it.
Mr. Jeffries.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Committee members, under modified open rule, there's Senate Bill 119 that makes the first Monday of May Water Professionals Appreciation Day. And then right under that is Senate Resolution 266, which is a property conveyance in 10 counties, and Senate Resolution 267 is easements for construction on state properties.
Any questions, Ms. Cooper?
We had a big discussion yesterday about singling out by law to honor the water people. And I'm wondering who brought this to you and who are the water people?
I am one of those water people, along with about 5,000 others. And when you're on Christmas Day or at night, there's always somebody in the water business working 24/7 in every city, every county. And the GAWP, the Georgia Water Professionals, brought this to my attention, Georgia Rural Water, ACCG, and GMA. And there's already about, I don't have the list in front of me, but there's already 20 or so other professions already listed.
In law.
In law.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
No more questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Jones.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, members of the committee. It's good to be here again today, asking for Senate Bill 88, which is under the modified structure rule section. It's the debit card payroll bill that basically allows companies the ability, if they so choose, to pay their employees with a form of a debit card. If there's any questions, I yield the wheel.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Gooch.
Yes, sir. Good morning. I'm here to ask for Senate Bill 169 under your modified structure rule category. This is the annual housekeeping bill for the DOT, and Chairman Roberts looks forward to being back so he can help carry this bill through the House.
Any questions? No questions. Are you going to mention SB4?
I'll mention SB4, but I believe there may be a small error in it, Scribner's error, that may be worked on today or tomorrow with Chairman Hamilton. So
okay.
We would appreciate your help on that one as well.
Any questions? Well, when you get our error fix, come back and we'll get it. Ms. Unterman.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I bring before you, under the modified structure rule, Senate Bill 79, Victims' Compensation. This allows CJCC to increase the amount that they pay for funerals. I believe it's $3,000 now, and it's increased to $6,000. As you know, the cost of funerals has gone up. An average funeral is much more than $6,000. And it also increases, step families are included in the compensation because we have a lot of blended families now. We don't have traditional families anymore. This allows stepchildren and step parents to be able to have compensation. Be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions? No questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Golick.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have an amendment at the desk. It's Amendment 292400. This is an amendment to Senate Bill 94, which is on the floor today. After the bill passed out of committee, the Sheriff's Association expressed a concern regarding an arrest power provision in the bill, and they communicated with the prosecutors and all interested parties. And as a result of those conversations, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to ask for this amendment to be approved so that it can be considered by the House in consideration of the Sheriff's request.
Any questions, Mr. Golick? All right, we'll just go ahead and act on it now. Do I hear a move to
move?
Any opposition to amendment AM 292400? All right, it'll be on the desk today.
Thank you, members of the committee.
Ms. Drenner. Any questions, Ms. Drenner? Thank you. Ms. Dempsey.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Good morning. I'd like to ask for House Resolution 642. It is updated. It's actually not a joint study committee, but a House study committee on post-secondary education. and employment opportunities for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities as they age out of our high school system and have some great ability, rather than sitting on the sofa, to find some good avenues to continue their opportunity.
Any questions, Ms. Dempsey? Okay. Anyone else on the committee? All right. This is for the calendar for Wednesday. Under modified open, HR 620. Any opposition? So, modified open, HR 642. Any opposition? Modified open, SR 266. It's modified open, SR 267. Modified structure, SB 88. It's modified structure, SB 169. Any opposition? It's that's done.